Game 3 of 3 here on the South Rink. Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to the Suffolk County High School Hockey League on LI Sports Network. Night 1 of the season and the final game on the South Rink. And it should be a good one. JV, junior varsity hockey. East Islip, the Chiefs going up against the Tigers of Northport, Huntington. In our second junior varsity game of the season. Brady Campbell here with you. Ryan Brannigan will be joining us with color commentary as well as running the board, and Wally Mitchell on the camera. Just have a JV stunner, if you will, as the West Islip Lions, who really struggled last season with a dominant 6-1 win over Warren Melville moments ago. But we look to the Tigers and the Chiefs. For the Tigers, they're in a similar boat as West Islip was last season. Tigers finished 1-18-1, just 3 points, and missed out on the playoffs. Lost some key pieces as well. Their top point getters, Patrick Burke, Devin Chrisman, and Jack Frisch, all no longer with the Tigers. Meanwhile, the Chiefs in a similar spot. Last year, though, they finished 9-10-1. 20 points, 9th place, just missing out on the playoffs. Andrew Firth with a dominant season last year, 41 points. Brianne Martin and Matthew Eichroff also no longer with the team. Much like these previous games, Ryan, a lot of turnover from last season to this season, and there's really no way in really telling based on that last game as well as to how the season's going to play out at the JV level.
Absolutely, Brady. And speaking to that, we see a lot of reinforcements coming from the freshman teams of these respective clubs that are moving up to the junior varsity level, and some, of course, going straight to varsity. But some of those players to keep an eye on, of course, East Islip, that freshman team with the season they had falling just short of the ultimate goal, but 22 wins and 25 games played for that East Islip freshman team. Get additions to their lineup such as Bogorowski, and as well as Kearney, Kai Kelly, a lot of names, really too many to count, coming in as reinforcements for East Islip. And the same can be said for Northport Huntington, getting additions to their club as well from the freshman level, with some of those players including, pardon me as we get things organized, but yeah, some of those players including for Northport Huntington, Aiden Junkins and such.
And one thing that hasn't had too much turnover, the goaltending. Northport Huntington, only one goalie listed on their roster. Of course, that could change. We could also have a situation at one point where it could be a skater that has to play goalie. But for tonight, number 31 will get the nod, Rex Muscati. Last year, he was with Northport Huntington freshman Blue and had himself a good season, 2.19 goals against. 13-7-0-1, moving up to the JV division now. And in net down the other end will indeed be Joseph Sasso, number 20. Last year with this team, 3.64 goals against, 5-5-1-0. Sit back and relax as the East Islip Chiefs control the opening faceoff in the black uniforms, going right to left. Northport Tigers in the home whites going left to right. Couple players spilled together behind the net of Muscati. And now some room to skate here for Northport Huntington, and Nicholas Genesi drops it off. A shot in and out of the glove of Sasso, and he dives on it. No rebound.
Good quick start for Northport Huntington. They get the game's first shot on goal, and passing the early test is Sasso of East Islip.
36 seconds in, face off to the left. Sasso comes back out to center. Getting on it, Leah Matarisi. Back out to center. Poked back in by EI. Checked up the boards, held in once more. Here's Blaschuk. Tough angle try. Ripples the outside of the net. Centers one in front. Pinballs around. Moscati finds it. Can't cover though. No one found it until Blaschuk picked it up behind the goal. Drops it to the point. Shot never makes it through. Angles off the end wall, and Moscati is able to reach out and cover.
A couple of those reinforcement players I was referencing. Got Matarisi and Mikowski as well. Those other players getting involved in that last sequence.
This off goes to the half wall where Ian Junkins is locked up. Pitchforked ahead. Here's Henderson. Henderson from the wing at two players driving. Couldn't get it through.
Great defensive play from Kai Kelly there to break it up.
Blaschuk down the wing, takes a shot, goes wide. Good closing speed. Now it's Gregory Ozimo and a hit from LaRue. And it looks like he'll be penalized here. A rush back the other way. Save Sasso, big rebound, and they score! On the delayed penalty, they cash in. And Northport Huntington strikes first.
You said it, on the delayed penalty. A rebound opportunity, can't clear it out from in front of the net, and a nifty little backhander beats Sasso down low for the game's first goal, and it goes to Northport Huntington.
Less than 2 minutes into the hockey game. Luke LaRue with a high hit. And he was right back out there, won't have to sit. And that's, of course, because his opponent found the back of the net here in the early going. That did not take too long. Here's Harrison. Tries to send it up the wall. Chip back out to center. Getting on it here, Jack Fernandez. Puts it out to center, has some trouble with it. A takeaway. Here comes Bogorowski. Puts it off the outside of the goal. Justin Bogorowski, of course, Ryan mentioned, with the freshman team last season. One of their star players, if you will, has nearly an icing, waved off at the last moment. And Harrison had to move it quickly. Luke LaRue, excuse me, that was Andrew Lemaire, number 4, with the hit. Would have been a penalty, of course, had Northport Huntington not scored. Freesom dumps it in. Fernandez waiting on it. Goes across as both teams make changes. Look out, dangerous pass there. Tigers able to escape trouble as Cormac Driscoll dumps it in. 3 Driscolls on this Northport Huntington team. Cormac, Ronan, and Finn. Janisi throws the puck back towards his defenseman. It goes all the way down the ice. Justin Lemaire was hustling after it. He couldn't get there. Puck wrapped around the boards. Other check. Physical start to this hockey game. Kyle Kearney pinned to the boards. Kearney digs it free. Puts it behind for Lemaire. Lemaire looking for a passing option. Goes back down to Kearney. Kearney centers it. It somehow got through everybody. Back out to the point where it's held in by Freesom. Sursic gave it away as he was put into the wall, down the ice, icing here against Northport Huntington.
Good response shift for East Islip after giving up the early goal. And we're not getting any updates in terms of the goal score, unfortunately, from the technology side of things. So you confirm who.
It was number 88, but
I
there
believe
is no
that was
88 listed on the roster.
No, I think that's Algieri.
I believe you might be right. We'll see. Or perhaps in the chat, whoever's watching. If you guys happen to know, help us out.
Got a Let's Go
Really
Northport in the
appreciate
chat. Matt likes goalie 40, and Thomas Gribben with the strength emoji.
Here come the Tigers back in. That pass a bit too far to the reach of Ronan Driscoll. Takes a hit up high. Blast chuck up the boards. Fernandez waiting for it. Goes to his forehand. Takes a shot. Left pad. Saves Sasso. Rebound cleared to the circle and now off to the corner. To the point, not out. Held in by Quinn. Wrapped around the boards. Foot race. Won by EI. To the point, not out. Held in, kicked right to the side. Look out, big save, Sasso. That was nearly disastrous as it popped out to Quinn. Sasso bails out his defenseman. Looked like, I believe that was Reynolds. It hit off his skate.
Yeah, we're going to take another look at it. Unfortunate bounce, high slot, high danger chance, and a big-time stop from Sasso, unfazed from giving up the early goal.
Face off back to the point. Rolling puck just ended up wide. Somehow that one from Matarisi missed. Bogarowski will clear it back out. Bogarowski takes it away. Tries to center. No one home. Lemaire gets to it at the blue line. Backhands it back down. 76 in black. Bogarowski, good pass. Unable to get the shot away was LaRue. Finds him again in the slot. Couldn't get the shot through. Lemaire winds one up and misses. Bruzo leaves it for Harrison, the headhunter, over the cage. And icing here against Northport Huntington.
.8:53 left here in the first period. Again, you see a lot of the reinforcements to carry over. Again, Ganesi, goal scorer Algieri. He wore 88 on the freshman team, so I assume it was he who scored the goal.
Rolling puck. Laid back down to the corner.
Rest in peace, live stats. We are your live stats, though.
We do our best. Kearney still has it tied to the kick play, then draws the penalty. And this time we will have a power play coming up, and it will be for East Islip, a cross check.
Well, the clock's still running here in the arena. They've got to put some time back on it. I think they're trying to figure that out. Finally stopped it at 8:18, but they've got to put at least, I'd say, another 7 seconds on it.
Well, we might get our answer, because guess who took the penalty for Northport Huntington? Number 88. So we'll see if the live stats update here. I believe that's what our official scorer is trying to figure out.
Big chance, though, for East Islip to get back in the game here.
Indeed. Still 8:18. See if they change the clock at all as well. But 8:18 as of right now left in the first period, trailing 1-0.
All right, scorers table. I'll play along. 8:18 it is.
Face off, one back to Freisum. LaRue deflected down and it hopped over Blashchuk's stick. Kearney stays with it. To the point, back down to the corner. Good puck movement here early on, but good defensive collapse as well by the Tigers. Stays with Blashchuk, takes it around. Very patient with the puck. Sidesteps a hit. Return to him in the slot. Just fought off by Moscati. And it looks like you're right. Penalty up on the board to number 88, Nicholas Algieri.
Looks like they got the goal, too.
And indeed, they just put the goal up as well. Another penalty coming up as I believe that went in.
Yes.
It did. What a shot from Luke LaRue. Looks like off maybe that back middle bar and out in the blink of an eye.
Here it is one more time.
Yeah, with that delayed penalty. Both teams scoring on delayed penalties.
Right off the back bar.
Counted as a power play goal as well. So LaRue, the first goal for the Chiefs this season. We're tied at 1, 3 seconds shy of the halfway point. Looks like there will still be a power play here for East Islip. We await the call. Sitting in the box is Matarisi.
Yeah, that's the right call. You still get the power play. If you're on the power play and another one happens and you score, you get another power. Unlike if there's a delayed penalty.
Yes.
Yeah.
Inga. Kelly. Deflection. Save. Blaschuk got a stick on it. Another try in tight. Blaschuk nowhere to put it. Scotty held his post.
Yeah, he tried to get underneath it, but just not enough.
Kai Kelly. Shot and somehow able to find it. And swallowed it up is Moscati.
Yeah, Rex has looked good thus far in between the pipes for Northport Huntington.
Goaltending here on the South Rink has been exceptional.
Yeah, we've been really treated to some great performances here on the South Side on opening night, and you see the frustration in the penalty box right now, Brady. Hunched over.
Kelly hoping, Matarisi now hoping that his team could get a kill, and that'll help. Clear down the ice, Sasso out to play it. Big check as it's cleared out to center.
Much better penalty killing for Northport Huntington right now, keeping the puck away from their netminder and preventing zone entries.
Here's Kelly again on goal. Say Moscati. Kelly, another phenomenal player for East Islip last year, finds himself on the JV squad this season. Lemaire couldn't quite hold it in. Half a minute left on the penalty. Quinn forces it ahead. Kept away from him, though, from Kelly, who goes for a change. Colin Inga back in and just pulled it wide. Inga, one of the few returning players this season. 13 goals, 5 assists last year. Had himself a solid 24-25 campaign, looking to carry that over to 25-26. Quinn trying to catch East Islip in the change, but they cut him off at the blue line. The turnover, indeed it is picked off here. Look out, drop pass from Cohen. A shot saves Sasso. Cohen back on it. Wraps it back around. And with it, Henderson. Now he's taken to the wall. Stays with it. Henderson right through the crease. Cohen was tied up on the back door.
Good response from Northport Huntington, trying to build back momentum after seeing their 1-0 lead evaporate.
Kearney trying to take some of that offensive momentum back. His pass on the tape, and then the return feed from Lemaire was picked off, delayed offside. Cohen chips it ahead. Henderson gets there, chips it around one. Henderson moving in, and Kearney on the back check knocked it off his stick.
Yeah, fabulous awareness from Kearney there. And now he takes off up the ice.
Pass finds him, 2-on-2. Kearney just works his way to the corner. Now check to the boards by Algieri. Whoa! And the stick of Lemaire ejected out of his hands. Nearly got caught into the ceiling.
Look like what's the track and field sport? The javelin?
Then he got knocked down, delay penalty, and he gets back up at the bigger Algieri. And we'll see if he goes as well. As of right now, it's just on Algieri, who's Found his name all over live stats so far tonight. For better or worse for Northport Huntington.
That he has.
And they will indeed also take Andrew Lemaire. No stick, no problem.
Frustration is the aggressive closing of the doors. You be careful of that. You'll get yourself in misconduct, unsportsmanlike. It is a very echoey arena. The rinks is, of course.
Hard to get away with that. Now, just a little bit of a delay as the refs talk to the scores table on both benches.
Giving him a little, let's settle down. Let's, let's take a breather. Let's,
It's like that's head coach Nicholas Alweda of the Tigers bench getting the description. Now Algieri being taken by the linesman here to the locker room.
Fascinating development here. That's a big loss for the Tigers.
We'll see what the calls are.
Don't let us down, live stats.
I believe the initial one was a cross check, but we'll have to see how this all plays out. 3:50 left in the first period, and this game has come to a screeching halt.
You wonder if he said something or to that effect, Brady. Like, obviously, we wouldn't have that information sitting up here in the booth.
So serving the penalty will be Finn Driscoll, number 7. It looks like he's standing near the box.
He had the cross-checking. You know what it could be, Brady, is you have a penalty limit. And he was already in the box once. He was going in the box twice. And if you go into the box too many times, your night is done.
See exactly what the ruling is. Either way, one player in the box for each team, but it looked to, for a minute, there be a power play, perhaps for East Islip, but as a matter of fact, Northport Huntington just didn't have enough players out on the ice. Now we're 5 aside.
You're not going to get penalized for having too few players on the ice.
You could get penalized on the scoreboard.
You could. Not in the sheet.
Not in manpower.
No.
Lemaire for Blaschuk. As LaRue streaking up the ice. So we have the penalty on Lemaire is roughing. As this one's in on Mosconi and covers. Checking from behind on Algieri. And I'd assume there's something more.
Like a good old infomercial. But wait, there's more.
Face-off control defensively here by the Tigers. Held in, though, by Harrison. Puck bounces towards the front, cleared ahead, look out the other way. Storming up the ice comes Driscoll, and that one fought off by Sasso. So it's checking from behind, and along with that, it says checking from behind, 10-minute misconduct.
Yes.
So
now, that's going to be a guaranteed with every.
Makes sense, of course, as that one comes into Mosconi and he covers.
Yes, every checking from behind penalty comes with it its very own 10-minute misconduct.
1-1 game here late in the first. Can either team snag the lead going into the middle frame?
Do you get a similar feeling in this game to the one we just saw between West Islip and Ward Melville, or is this?
It does feel very similar as Blaschuk again all alone in front. Got a deflection, missed wide. Of course, that one was relatively close at the beginning before West Islip pulled away. Blaschuk denied by Mosconi.
It's been the theme of the first two games on the south side where they're tight going into the third, and then one of the other teams pulls away.
Stood up at the blue line there was Fasaro. Gets back to his feet and the puck found him. But Reynolds all over him. Fasaro's stick caught up in Reynolds' hands.
This game has a chippiness to it.
To the blue line, Kelly holds it in. Swung on by Blaszczuk, steered away. Kelly gloves it down, tied up, leaves it for Blaszczuk towards the net, they score! Inga pointing at Blaszczuk as Inga swatted at it. Not sure if he got a piece. One way or another, it fooled Muscati.
Oh,
and
yes,
the
he
Chiefs
did.
Have their first lead of the season.
Incredible deflection. Sort of a shot. And getting a piece goes right through the 5-hole of Muscati. Really no chance for the Tiger Tendy. And East Islip jump out to the lead.
And of course, moments after, I talk about taking a lead to the proverbial locker room, aka the 1-minute intermission, where the teams stay on their benches.
It's twice now, Brady.
East Islip does have the lead with 100 seconds left in the period. And let's see if the Tigers can tie it up. No easy task against number 20 between the pipes. Bouncing puck to the circle. Behind the net, kicked free to the far corner. Brought back behind the goal for Mikowski. Throws it to the point, unable to be handled. Look out here, chipped ahead, Lemaire. Kearney with him, Lemaire scores! Andrew Lemaire just had enough gas left in the tank to bury this breakaway.
Again, one more time, Lemaire, backhand, forehand, rips it blocker side by Muscati. Could have went with the option to pass. Says, get you next time, Kearney. But for now, this is my shot. 3-1.
Tough break for Junkins, who whiffed on the keep-in at the blue line. Nice hustle to hold it in. Or excuse me, nice hustle on the back check, but Lemaire just able to get the shot away. And suddenly a 2-goal lead. Frysum trying to make it 3. His shot got blocked. Chipped out, foot race. Quinn trying to cut it to 1, bouncing puck, settles! And it's under Sasso. Couldn't tell if Quinn was going to go for a celebration, but nope. He's not happy with himself as Sasso is just able to hang on as he tried to slide it 5-hole. Meanwhile, the Tiger faithful react as Algieri out of the locker room and back on the bench in the final minute of the period.
Yeah, he had the 5-hole. It was a great move and really did everything but score on that play. I understand the frustration. There from Mr. Quinn.
Shot on from the circle. Another save and cover.
Three unanswered for the Chiefs here in this one.
This almost feels like the first game we did. Kind of like St. Anthony's freshmen, the sleeping giant, found themselves trailing early on, and from there on, they went on a run of goals. As this period comes to an end, Northport Huntington got the party started with Algieri. He had himself an eventful period, and 3 unanswered here from the Chiefs after 1 period of play. We'll be back for the middle frame momentarily here on LI Sports Network. The Chiefs lead the Tigers 3-1. Second period just about set to get underway for junior varsity hockey between Northport Huntington and East Islip. Brady Campbell with Ryan Brannigan and Wally Mitchell on camera here for period number 2. It's a 3-1 lead for East Islip. After the first period, a period that saw Nicholas Algieri open the scoring, take a couple penalties, including a misconduct. East Islip with 3 unanswered as we start period number 2.
I haven't checked on the chat. The chat's been popping off, Brady.
Welcome back. Everyone's excited. Everyone's excited for the Suffolk County High School.
Absolutely. How could you not be?
Night 1. Game 5 of 6. Game 6 of 6. It's the varsity Ward Melville versus West Islip game to close out night 1. The previous varsity game on the North Rink with Travis Quigley and Kevin Broderick. Dominant performance by the defending state champs and SCHSHL runner-ups, Smithtown Hauppauge Bulls over Middle Country, as we have an offside here.
Yeah, 9-1 final there against Pat Med.
Pat Med, excuse me. Similar colors there. I always get those two confused. It was against the Pat Med Raiders. Second JV game of the night here. The one previous to this, West Islip. For at least the next 2 periods, the best team in the JV division, as they started 1-0 with a dominant win over Ward Melville. Here comes Northport Huntington back in, but that's their second offside here early portion of this period. Cormac Driscoll brought it in.
Northport Huntington fans to our left, frustrated. And can relate to that. It's love the investment. Of course, the parents, friends, and families, of course, all fully invested into this game. And if you can't ever come to the game, be sure to tune in.
Follow us on our socials. Of course, we appreciate all the support in the chat, watching our game, and at LI Sports Network on Instagram as well. You can see, as Ryan mentioned earlier on in the evening, last night's best. Some of the best highlights between both rinks. Big shot, big rebound, and Moscati with the denials. Down the ice on goal softly. Sasso will keep it covered.
And important to note, Algieri's still in the box. Majority of those East Islip goals coming while he is not on the ice. Again, a big loss for the Tigers, not only their lone goal scorer, but a stalwart otherwise.
Up to this point, the first game and a half here on the South Rink JV division. It's been the Islip show so far as Inga drives in. Moscati, the save, chipped right back through the top of the crease. No one home in the black jersey.
That's an excellent save from Moscati. A lot of speed from Inga. That's always tough for a goaltender. They have to try to come out, match that speed, and Moscati did just that.
Silent pass again, pinballs around before it's picked up by Fasaro. Ahead for Cohen. Cohen back in. Backhands it towards the front. Knocked back where it came from. Three-on-two battle at the half wall, and Blaschuk skates it out. Gets around one. That was Henderson. Blaschuk from the outside puts it wide. Lemaire will be unable to get there in time to hold it in. Harrison. His team in the change, but it works out. Here's Blaschuk from the slot. Say Moscati, big rebound. Osimo unable to get a clean shot away. Kelly off the bench holds it in. But at that time, it comes back out where Emmett Reynolds is on it.
Scotty just getting a toe on that last one.
LaRue will try to backhand it in. He backhands it into his own bench.
This game has not had shortage of chances and opportunities. A lot of pace between these two sides as they fly up and down the rink.
Someone who's been eerily quiet for East Islip, Justin Bogorowski, as that one clipped the ceiling, almost got caught up there.
Yeah, did a little tightrope dangle. Looked like it was just going to neatly fit on the overhang and pop back down.
Here's Reynolds off the center ice draw.
And you also think back to that Christopher Quinn chance and how that could have changed the game this far. And 3-2 versus 3-1.
Backhanded down the ice from behind the red line. That's icing against Kai Kelly and East Islip. Face off will come back down towards Joseph Sasso. He hasn't been as busy, I'd say, as Rex Moscati. Tigers trying to change that in a hurry here, but we still have 12 minutes left in just the second period. Starts with an offensive zone draw and a deflection. And a save by Sasso.
A good offensive zone draw win. That's Ganesi.
Another face-off win. Shot ends up in the corner.
Ganesi, the captain of the freshman team, is also now the captain of this JV squad.
Behind the goal, Bogorowski, his skates, just able to move it. Reynolds pokes it back out. Ganesi waits for it, and in no hurry here. Bring back things back to his own end. Potential numbers here, driving in tight, delayed penalty from his knee, centers it. LaRue knocked it away, and now we get the call.
That's Siak. Siak has the speed and skill to do stuff like that and draws the penalty.
One of the top point getters for the Tigers in last season at really any level. It's another player that's been a little too quiet there, but he draws the penalty, and the only goal came on the delay penalty, and they'll finally get a power play opportunity.
It's a big moment in the game for East Islip. Looks like it'll be Kai Kelly who heads off for the Chiefs. Tripping, I'd imagine, is the call here, Brady, but nothing technically official.
Face-off win, shot block. Isom hammers it around. And back out to center. Fernandez really gave it away to Blaschuk, who has a beat on it, and he gets there first. Tries to swing it out in front. Dangerous play. Ends up in the corner. And Lemaire. Blaschuk, good, strong work in the offensive zone on the kill. Now it's chipped ahead, though. Look out. Quinn trying to use his speed as a teammate going to the front, and it's shot just wide.
Man.
Worrell just couldn't get it to go.
What a play from Quinn, using the speed and a beautiful backhand sauce. Just no finish.
Centering pass finds its way to the point. Risi puts it to the corner and hammered around by Friesen. Held in by Fernandez. Blaschuk greets him. The backhands it out. Great play. And now off to the races, Andrew Lemaire. 1-on-3. That's the best he can, though. Looks for some help. Just goes back to a teammate in the form of Friesen as that shot deflected wide. Blaschuk centers it, picked off. Half a minute left here on the power play. Turnover, Blaszczuk, boy, what a kill he's had. Nearly added a goal to it, but a good glove save for Moscati.
You said it, Brady. He's had a great kill, forcing turnovers. Just a menace in the offensive zone, creating problems for the Tigers of getting organized in their own end, trying to break out. And all comes from some sloppy play on the blue line that created that entire sequence.
Tie up on the near side circle. Comes to Junkins around the boards. Lemaire waits for it. Great play. To chip it around him, though. Reynolds dealing with some pressure from Peter Mikowski. Now it's Ganesi. Gets around Lemieux from the blue line. Puts it wide. Back to even strength. Big kill for East Islip. Puck held in. Dangerous. Cross ice D to D pass from Junkins, but it works out. The shot goes wide. Ganesi. Reynolds up the boards. Finds him again. Gets it out to center. Blaszczuk stumbled, or Bogorowski, stumbled down to the ice, and now it's Siak. Centers it. Oh, it ended up on goal off a defenseman. It's under the pad of Sasso. Oh, wow. Siak, the pinball wizard, nearly snuck it through.
Yeah, that pass goes off of Emmett Reynolds, 24, I believe, of East Islip, before it, as you mentioned, pinballed. And Sasso had to be extra alert, made a couple of good saves there. And I don't know if Algieri's returning to the game. He's been in the penalty box watching this entire second period.
Bogorowski given to the boards by Siak. Lipiello gets to it. It was fed right back down the ice. Fernandez. Hit his own teammate Siak with it, but he's able to find it. Bring it over the line. Curls back. Takes a hit. Drops it off. Shot blocked. Fernandez, the defenseman, down low. Centers it. Loose in the slot. Now chipped away. Bogorowski puts it down the ice with enough touch to avoid the icing. Heads off for a change. Lemaire centered it to no one in particular.
Good read by Lemaire to force that turnover, though.
Harrison, the toe drag attempt, couldn't get past Lipiello. Finds it on the other side. Backhand drive from a tough angle, ends up in the crease. Moscati kept it out. Lemaire winds, drills a one-timer wide. Halfway through the hockey game, 3-1 lead for East Islip. Siak splits through the defense. Shot, save, it's trickling, and it's kept out by Sasso. Not sure if he initially saw it, but he was just able to keep it out.
Important to note, it's 44, you got Justin Lemaire, and 4 is Andrew Lemaire, and both play defense on East Islip.
Here come the Tigers. Finn Driscoll puts it in to late offside. Sursic. Touches it on. Grayson Henderson brings it in. It stays in. No offside, but Lemaire sends it ahead for Lemaire. And now on for Kearney, but just out of his reach. A few players spill down to the ice. Andrew Lemaire's shot gets blocked. And then the puck gets cleared down, icing against the Tigers.
It looks like Justin Lemaire is playing more forward, though he can play both. As this second period, we've had our chances. The goaltenders both have come up big, keeping this game locked up at 3-1.
The score has not changed in a little bit here. Blaschuk off a stick and wide. Kelly steps up. Blaschuk takes his spot and holds it in. Took a hit as he kept it in deep. Inga centers it. No one home in the black jersey but Matthew Cohen. And then he gave it away to Blaschuk. 5 minutes left in the period. Good shift here for EI. Not getting too much to the net though. Now they will, and it just went wide. Blaschuk floated it towards Inga again, and that time he couldn't get a stick on it. Still almost worked out.
As you mentioned, it was a good puck possession shift for EI, but struggling to get pucks on goal toward Moscati.
Big hit there from Inga on Orgiri.
He's back.
Now it's a foot race. Fernandez wins it and clears it ahead. And Kelly delivers a hit on Cohen. As you mentioned, a very physical game. Start to slow down a little bit, but a couple hits there as this looks like it will be an icing against East Islip with 4:01 left in the period.
Yeah, then this is what Northport Huntington needed. They have played a lot of the last few minutes in their own ends, struggling to turn that defense into offense, and now you get an icing. And it's a great opportunity to win the face-off and have a set play and make something happen. And Christopher Quinn out there on left wing, the right shot. He has come close. He's set up a number of plays, see what he could do here. It all starts, of course, with a face-off win that would be provided by Ronan Driscoll.
So the officials talking something over with the Northport Huntington bench.
Think they're making dinner arrangements? Probably not.
Well, the officials have been here for a couple hours through 3 games on the South Rink, so it could be a late dinner. Another tie up in the corner. Pass on the wrong side of Bogarowski. LaRue with the follow-up. Was just shy of center, but they give him the benefit of the doubt. Kept in for a moment before Worrell was able to chip it out. Then he got knocked to the ice.
That he did. Matthew fries him.
Excuse me, that was Matarisi who got knocked down. Centering pass never made it through on the backdoor. Slid right through the crease. Look out here, potential chance from the outside. Fired wide by Quinn.
Not sure Sasso expected that shot.
Quinn, I don't know if he knew that. Did have a couple trailers joining him. Not sure if he would have been able to get a pass through as another puck off the ceiling when we get the whistle.
And that should be an offensive zone face-off again for Northport Huntington. Chance to make something happen. But again, a relatively quiet offensive zone to our left here for Northport Huntington and Sasso.
That puck just barely held in by Junkins. And now Lemaire leaves it for Harrison. Gets it out to center. Algieri off the boards. Siek puts it in. 2.5 left in the period. Uneventful period as far as the goal scoring goes. It hasn't been a change in score since late in the first. Mikowski. Dumps it in. Justin Lemaire beats him to it. Then gave it away. Nice move from the circle. Score! Peter Makowski. It's a 1-goal game with 2:06 left in the second.
Brady, you're on a generational announcer's jinx run right now. Is relatively uneventful, yada, yada, yada. Peter Makowski says, you want some events? Here's one. Just beats the glove of Sasso, and it's a 1-goal game, late stages, second period.
You got to give the people what they want. And they want some goals, and we're back to a 1-goal game. One that Sasso may have wanted back. It was a tough shot, but it did glance off his glove. Nonetheless, 110 seconds left in the period. It's 3-2. East Islip with a shift here in the offense. It's a good keep in by Lemaire. Puts it wide. Kearney for Sursik. Siak kept it away from him. Look out. Siak with the poke. Makowski was joining him, but Siak overskated the puck. And a 2-on-1 turns into Ganisi trying to play the head. Well, that's Siak again, but a great play by Harrison. That's phenomenal reach as the left defenseman, number 40 for this team. Finds him, has time, winds one up off a stick and over the net. 1 minute left in the second.
See the power that Harrison has on that blue line for EI on that shot. If it doesn't get deflected, who knows?
Deflected in, no icing. Here is Robert Harrison for Justin Lemaire. For Sursik, Northport Huntington, the change, and Cohen stumbled as he got out onto the ice, but they'll survive that. Delayed offside here against East Islip. They'll make a change. Half a minute left in the period. Dangerous pass there. It works out. Grayson Henderson tries to feed it towards the middle. Still available. Cohen pokes it free. Osimo, though, will get to it. Left it behind. And Ingo will finally get it out to center as another big check from Andrew Lemaire.
It just feels like there's not a lot of room out there, Brady.
Not at all, and this physical game will be a 1-goal game going to the third period. The only goal of the period, a late one from Peter Makowski. Tallies his first of the season. 15 minutes to go. East Islip 3, Northport Huntington 2. We'll have the third period for you next year on LI Sports Network. The third period is a go on LI Sports Network. The final period of the night. Brady Campbell joined alongside Ryan Brannigan and Wally Mitchell on color. 3-2 East Islip over Northport Huntington in the final, or excuse me, wow. This isn't March, this is September 15th. The first game of the season for both of these teams, trying to start off on the right foot and improve to 1-0. So 1-0 lead if you're just joining us for Northport Huntington early in the first. 3 unanswered later on in the first from East Islip. And then the only goal of the second from Peter Makowski. As it a 1-goal game. Nicholas Algieri, the other goal for Northport Huntington. The goals for East Islip: Luke LaRue, Andrew Lemaire, and Colin Inga, as the puck is down on the third. Final 15 minutes of regulation. Inga tries to center. Quinn blocked it. Asimov skated. Bleshuk held it in. Stays with it. Gets taken down. We play on.
Yeah, Fernandez. No penalty, so it's a good defensive play. It's kind of how that thing works.
Algieri maintaining his physical play. Knocks Reynolds down to the ice. Quinn floats it on. Goal bouncing puck scooped up by Joseph Sasso, and he'll hold on for the whistle.
And not a bad play from Quinn there, just trying to keep the puck in the zone, and dribbler on goal, able to force an offensive zone face-off for the Tigers. And well, Sasso stays fresh as well. He's looked good. Again, you said he might have wanted that last goal back from Mikowski, but otherwise he's been sharp, and same could be said for Moscati, as a 3-2 game going into the third will be evidence of that.
And Ryan, to your point here, is a shot blocked by LaRue. Kind of similar to the first two games. Pretty tight first two periods. In those first two games, the team that was winning was able to pull away in the third. We'll see how these final 14 minutes play out.
Well, it's the third, Brady. It's the third. It's the period that matters. And this is where wins become losses and losses become wins, to quote.
Shout out Scott Hansen, the witching hour.
Yeah, we've seen some teams here really become witches and cast some spells in this third period again. 4 unanswered. Goals from St. Anthony. They had a 5-goal third period, including 4 unanswered.
Bogorowski chips it back out to center. Ronan Driscoll back on it.
At 3 straight from West Islip.
Bogorowski the steal. Sharp angle try off the outside of the goal. And then he knocked down Lippiello. Bouncing puck to the circle. Unable to get a shot away was Luke Bruza. Matawarisi over the line. Gets checked from behind for Quinn. Quinn taken to the boards by Kelly. Kelly backhand to the head. LaRue clears it out. Algieri waiting on it. A little touch pass on for Worrell. Stick save Sasso. Matawarisi. Brian Frisom, that is. Keeps it away from him.
East Islip doing a great job of keeping a lot of these shots and chances from Northport Huntington to the outside. Northport Huntington, they're going to want to try to get more tighter shots, some better quality chances on Sasso.
Joseph Sursic waiting on it. Ganesi. Sasso has definitely been the less tested of the two goaltenders in this one. Siak trying to change that. He gets knocked down. Ganesi knocked down. Frisom and Siak come together at the wall.
And Thomas Gribben in the chat.
Wraparound try. Sorry, Ryan.
No, my apologies. We'll get to it.
Good left pad save.
A good chance. I said they needed to start penetrating more in the offensive zone to Northport Huntington. You saw a little bit of it just there.
Siak trying to sell the bouncing puck. Nearly chipped it around Frisom. Mikowski couldn't drag it through. Both Frisoms out there as a defensive pairing right now. Or they just were. Brian went off for a change. Matthews still out there. Sursic couldn't handle it. Frisom holds it in. Kearney gets to it. His pass blocked. Comes back to him. He's checked to the boards. Helped out by Lemaire. Lemaire centers it right through to the crease. Everyone trying to find it. Comes loose to the side of the cage. Lemaire out to Friesen. Shoots, knocked down, and wide.
A loose puck in the crease like that's just stressful time for a goaltender in defense.
Ganesi tried a nice move, but then Friesen wouldn't let him by.
So casual there, Matthew Friesen just bumping Ganesi off the puck there.
Friesen gave it up to Lipiello. Troy Lipiello puts it down the wall. Taken back by Friesen. And Friesen 1-on-2. The defenseman had some speed. Great play by Fernandez. Almost got turned around.
Yeah, that was a must-have poke check for Fernandez there.
Puts it up the boards. Inga with the steal. Trying to get a shot away. It gets muffled behind the net. That's a move for Inga. And he scores on the rebound. 2-goal lead restored. Second of the game for Colin Inga.
Yeah, this is just a definition of no quit. And a bit of a fortunate bounce, too. Great positioning out in front. Shot, save, rebound. Inga never lost sight of it. Tracking it the whole way. Usually I say stuff like that about a goaltender making a save. Instead, it's Inga. And that's a big goal for EI to go up by 2 once more.
Under 10 minutes left, 9.5. Northport Huntington coming back in, trying to get that one right back. Now it's Osimo for Inga, who's on hat trick watch. Osimo, Blaschuk, didn't get the shot through. To the point, Lemaire, shot deflected, score! And if it is him indeed, it looks like it's a hat trick for Colin Inga in game number 1.
Point shot through traffic. It's going to tip. Again, tough spot to put your goaltender in. Great execution from EI. And we've really seen a theme start to develop on the south side where the games are super tight going into the third, and then one team kind of just takes control, and we're seeing that right now from East Islip.
Does he have a fourth in him? Nope, shot blocked that time, but it pops right out, and Blaschuk hit the post. EI feeling it right now offensively. Two goals in 28 seconds for Colin Inga's Quinn. Stopped by Sasso, who as of right now is in line for his first victory of the season.
Well, we'll have to check with the north side, Brady, but that could be the first hat trick of the 25-26 season in the SCHSHL.
Blaschuk takes it to the half wall. Inga picking up where he left off. Blaschuk shot blockered away. Kick towards the front. Kept out of harm's way by Algieri for a moment, and now Reynolds has some room to skate in. Shoots off a body.
All momentum in favor of East Islip. Very deflated Northport Huntington team after allowing that second goal.
Inga gets the pass back. Shot save. It's still loose. Blaschuk's backhand try doesn't go. Back out. Inga towards the front. Moscati somehow got it with the left pad.
And that's a great save there from Rex Moscati. We'll get you another look at that. Show some love to the Tiger Tendy as he's going to kick that left pad out right there. Not much time to react to it. Also does a great job of tracking down that puck as it's in a lot of skates and bodies out in front. Keeps the game within reach for Northport Huntington.
To start playing in the offensive zone here relatively soon, though, as we come up here on the halfway point of the third period.
Understanding the assignment, here come Northport Huntington.
Reynolds sidesteps one checker down the ice, no icing.
Oh. Huh.
Here's Quinn. He's had some chances. Had a breakaway chance back in the first. Draws a penalty this time.
I believe that'll be the second penalty he's drawn of the game.
Big reverse hit delivered, and then another check as EI gets possession. The call on the play with Quinn is a trip. A trip against Luke Bruzzo.
There's a chance for Northport Huntington. They're down by 3. Came into the period only down by 1. Chance to turn that momentum, put something together here, try to muster up a heroic comeback.
7 minutes remaining. Siak off the draw. He can bring it. That shot ramped up off a stick and into the netting. Tie up on the kick play at the half wall. Now a shot off a skate and to the near side corner. Fired out by Bogorowski. Look out, Lemieux, LaRue, looking like Lemieux with the steal. Couldn't catch up to it though.
And this is where Northport Huntington, I believe, has struggled the most. It's reestablishing the offensive zone. Mostly 5-on-5, but also on their previous power play. Let's see how they do here.
Put back out by EI. We're coming up on a minute left on the man advantage for Northport Huntington.
It really takes a very skilled player to be able to navigate through the defense, and that's a penalty.
5-on-3.
I just say let him touch it right now. Just let him touch it, yeah.
Chuck touches up. And it will be Justin Bogorowski to the box. So it'll be 56 seconds of 5-on-3 hockey. And from Northport Huntington, obviously you'd love to get out of this sequence with 2 goals trailing by 1.
Definitely want at least 1 here.
Absolutely.
If you're the Tigers. And the most important thing for them right now is also to win the faceoff, or at the very least, control the puck off the faceoff.
Coming away empty here. We'll bring the clock down to about 3:34, still down by 3. Would not be ideal for Northport Huntington. Quinn lost it up the boards and out. Siak. Going for Worrell, brings it in, has some space, tried to center, blocked by Lemaire, around the boards and out. Just 30 left on the first penalty.
It takes a certain amount of poise to, in these situations, understand that you don't have to force a play like that where you just throw the puck to the front of the net.
Worrell steps through, backhand, stays with it. Tries to fling it towards the front, deflected down towards the crease. But an alert Sasso covers with just 9 left on the first penalty, a minute 14 left on the second.
Yep. Now's a good time to bring up Thomas Gribben, mentioning that Sasso is goated. Supporting his goaltender from the chat. Of course, he can't hear him or us, but he'll be able to after the game.
Another clear. Mentioned Sasso was the goalie for the squad last year. Both he and Travis Martin split time. And he had a pretty solid year last year as well, trying to start things off on the right foot. 1 penalty is over, a minute left here on the 5-on-4 now. Siak shot, score! Through traffic. Don't believe it was deflected, but Sasso was screened. It may have hit the post and gone in. It's 5-3. And there you go, Ryan. On cue, they come away with 1.
Yeah, this puck, think it deflects. Tough one for Sasso as the puck changed directions, and yeah, they get at least one, and they still have 43 seconds of power play time. No, that's going to come off the board, you say, Brady. Yeah, the penalty boxes are empty. I have not panned over there yet. No.
Lemaire trying to answer and put the dagger in right here. His shot blocked. Still got 4.5 left. Everyone hold your horses. This game's not over just yet.
Oh, the horses are held, Brady.
Lemaire puts it in deep. Driscoll. Here's Henderson. On for Fasaro. Double teams. Goes down to the ice, and the puck clears back out.
Again, once they establish the zone, Northport Huntington have been able to create chances. It's just a matter of doing that, establishing the zone.
Kearney couldn't bring it out to center. Harrison gets it out. And now it's a potential 2-on-1. Harrison, oh, the defenseman nearly slipped on by, could not. Good hustle by Kelly.
Play by Ronan Driscoll. We've seen him playing center in this game, playing defense right now.
Harrison, step by. 3 minutes left, trailing by 2. Might have to keep an eye on Moscati soon, as Fasaro is nearly off to the races there. Couldn't handle the pass. Shot blocked at the blue line, held in. Oh, just overskated by Finn Driscoll. He would have been able to walk into a decent look. Inga. Shoot, score! How about a fourth? With 2:42 left, Colin Inga slips one 5-hole.
How about a fourth? Colin Inga, have yourself an opening game. We think he potentially could have the first hat trick in the SCHSHL this season. And
I'd imagine the first 4 goals.
First 4, yeah, first 4-pack for Mr. Inga.
Here's Blashchuk. Inga's still out there. And the puck finds him. He's going to get it to go, but they score on the rebound. Osimo will put it away as he gets credit for that goal.
Yeah, I believe it's... Oh, it was tough to get a number. I think you got it. Gregory Osimo.
Just 2.5 left. Biggest lead of the night, now 4. And look out, Inga nearly split the defense.
Yeah, just when you thought Northport Huntington might get themselves back into it, 2 quick ones for East Islip.
Blashchuk looking pass, gets it through, fought off.
Inga again. Looking for his 5th.
The puck has just found him. That pair's nearly connected with Driscoll, who would have been behind the defense. Under 2 minutes left. Blashchuk. Inga trying to prolong his shift. He wants that 5th. Angles on goal. Moscati will cover.
Inga, Onsen, Vincent, Swanson. I mean, he's got them all tonight. That's a producer's reference for you, Brady. Uma Thurman. To the one person who got that, thank you.
For Colin Inga, though, he is back on the bench. As this East Islip team has got to be pretty proud of this performance. They found themselves down 1-0, but it looks like for the next 2 nights, until we're back on Wednesday night, the JV division will be ruled by the town of Islip. First West pulling off what, once again, only the first game of the season, but what you, on paper, at least based on last season, consider to be an upset of some sort. And East Islip picking up where they left off as a shot from the outside, knocked down. Final minute of play. Quinn trying to leak behind the defense. LaRue sweeps it towards the front, bouncing puck, ends up back with Moscati, who will cover with 45 ticks left.
Yeah, it's going to be a game that Northport Huntington looks back on and thinks what could have been. It's been a central theme, as we've mentioned throughout the night here, that the game's just slipping away from these teams who are in it in the third.
Bogorowski trying to get on the board here in JV action. The shot got blocked. Bruzo flips one wide, comes back to Moscati, and he covers.
But stressing also that this is a long season, Brady. I mean, it is a marathon, not a sprint, and you want to get off on the right track, but by no means is an opening night loss a death sentence of sorts.
Bogorowski has his shot blocked. Siak couldn't get it around Bruzo. 25 left. Chipped down by Ganesi. Sasso will make one more cover with 16 and a half left in this hockey game. And another solid goaltending performance here by both teams, especially the victor. Final 10. Shot deflects, and one more by Sasso. Almost got the jinx again. It will be pinned to the wall by Lemaire, and a 7-3 victory to close out South Rink action here on night one for East Islip. 4 goals from Colin Inga. And if not for Rex Moscati, he could have been pressuring double digits. Joseph Sasso picks up win number 1 on the campaign. It's Northport Huntington. Look to their next one to try and pick up their first win. Next Wednesday, 7:30 against Kings Park Comac. Meanwhile, for East Islip, they'll take their 1-0 record up against Ward Melville, who is now 0-1 on Monday the 29th at 9:20 p.m. Be sure to tune in to the last period or so on the North Rink with Travis Quigley and Kevin Broderick and Paul Trentini. But that'll do it for South Rink action here on night one. Here's to many more. For Wally Mitchell on camera, Ryan Brannigan running the board, and joining us for color commentary, I'm Brady Campbell signing off. The final score, the East Islip Chiefs 7, the Northport Huntington Tigers 3. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Suffolk County High School Hockey League here on LI Sports Network. Have a great night.